Almost 97% of you watching this right now are unsubscribed. If you want to master the psychology of human behavior and decode the hidden rules of society, hit that subscribe button. Think about the last time you were in a crowded room. Usually, the person who holds the most power isn't the one yelling to be heard. It's the one who says absolutely nothing. Society views extroverts as the natural choice for leadership. High-volume talkers build significant influence by dominating airtime and projecting a high-confidence persona. But continuous talking leaves your strategy exposed. Every sentence reveals your intentions, whereas strategic silence creates an intentional information gap. This vacuum works because the human brain is hardwired to fear what it cannot understand. When you stop speaking, others rush to fill that void, projecting their own anxieties into the silence and handing the psychological leverage directly to you. Social power functions as a biological mechanism that targets the brain's threat and reward systems. We can break this down into 5 specific neural hacks. By manipulating the amygdala, the dopamine network, and the serotonin circuits, you can turn your physical presence into a psychological magnet. Once you understand how these circuits fire, dominance and prestige stop being random traits. They become calculated, repeatable formulas. Deep in the temporal lobe sits the amygdala. This region tracks social rank and facial expressions, functioning as the brain's primal center for assessing hierarchy. Neural hacks 1 and 2 combine strategic silence with the apex gaze, a sustained, unblinking focus that signals absolute confidence. In the primate world, this gaze establishes dominance hierarchies. It signals you are the predator, forcing others to choose between challenge or submission. By holding this steady, silent gaze, you engage the other person's primal rank-tracking circuitry. This forces their amygdala to classify you as a high-status threat, triggering submissive behaviors like shifting their eyes or over-explaining to ease the tension. The dopamine network manages social value by tracking prediction errors, constantly measuring whether an experience provides more or less value than the brain anticipated. This chart shows the scarcity trap. When availability is constant, your social value plummets. The brain stops registering your presence. Reversing this requires engineering distance. Making yourself scarce starves their dopamine circuitry, causing a massive surge in perceived value when you reappear. Power scales with distance. Because you have restricted your presence, the moment you finally grant someone your attention, their brain registers an intense dopamine spike, effectively addicting their neural pathways to your validation. Serotonin manages the brain's internal assessment of status, regulating mood and aggression during social exchanges. High serotonin levels are the biological markers of a leader who remains stable under pressure. This enables Neural Hack 4, stoic neutrality. When a group faces a crisis, they instinctively look for a secure base, a predictable anchor providing emotional regulation for the collective. By remaining entirely neutral when others attempt to provoke you, you demonstrate the high-functioning serotonin control required for leadership. When you refuse to mirror a group's panic, you become that secure base. Your stability provides the orientation the collective needs to regulate their own stress, effectively making your calm the new operational center of the room. Dominance is only half the equation. Evolutionary biology identifies a second path, prestige. While dominance relies on fear, prestige is respect that a group freely defers to those with valuable skills. Using only dominance is like wearing a fragile glass crown. True prestige is a forged iron anvil, undeniable hard value remaining when fear tactics stop working. Neural Hack 5 is the competence shield. This is attained by mastering a specific, difficult skill that the group needs to survive or prosper. When your value is undeniable, you no longer need to force submission. The group willingly confers influence upon you because your expertise has become essential to their existence. True power is never requested. It is exuded entirely through biological signals and undeniable value. Take the silence test in your next meeting. Stay silent for 2 solid minutes. Watch the room panic to fill that gap, then report the results in the comments. Next, take the gaze challenge. Hold eye contact with 3 strangers today until they look away first, then return to comment the word apex. Stop chasing the world. Control it with your presence. Subscribe to Master the Biology of Behavior, and I'll see you in the next one.